So in tasting, what we do is, that's the warmest part right here. Cover all 9,000 taste buds. Aerate it. Warm it up. That top note. That's a 10.
Ooey gooey chewy, gotta take a little trip down the Willy Wonka River, gonna take a little sip. Take you out for dinner, then you'll end up feeling sick. Don't you worry, got the fit or about to tip. Yeah, like a hot tamale, got that spicy aftertaste. Unfortunately, fortune cookies that I had to waste. Little treats, M&M's, little feast, me and them. Hit the streets with the friends, in the kitchen we descend. Yeah, that's it. Cook it up, cook it up, cook it up. Yeah, you taste so rich. Spin it up, spin it up, spin it up. I need that chocolate, take it any different way. Empty my wallet for it every single day. Fill up my pockets with the gimme every taste. Oh, give me that candy, oh yeah. I need that chocolate. Syrup on my pancakes, butter in the pan. We eating all the sushi like we cooking in Japan. Going Chef Ramsay, see a fan has me. Candy, teeth water down my head, fancy. No, this is sad that you make me feeling better. Took the night off, all I end up eating cheddar. Cooking steak for the party. You can say it's well done, but I won't say sorry. Eat that cake, yeah. Cut it up, cut it up, cut it up. But that icing fat. Can't stop, can't stop, can't stop. I need that chocolate, take it any different way. Empty my wallet for it every single day. Fill up my pockets with the gimme every time.
That evening, Mr. Bucket's newspaper announced the finding of not only the third golden ticket, but the fourth as well. 2 golden tickets found today, screamed the headlines. Only one more left.
All right,
said Grandpa Joe when the whole family was gathered in the old people's room after supper.
Let's hear who found them.
The third ticket? The third ticket was found by Miss Violet Beauregard, read Mr. Bucket, holding the newspaper up close to his face because he was short-sighted and he couldn't afford glasses. There was great excitement in the Beauregard household when our reporter arrived to interview the lucky young lady. Cameras were clicking and flashbulbs were flashing and people were pushing and jolting and trying to get a bit closer to the famous girl. And the famous girl, who was standing on a chair in the living room, waving the golden ticket wildly at arm's length as though she were flagging a taxi. She was talking very fast and very loudly to everyone. But it was not easy to hear all that she said because she was chewing so ferociously upon a piece of gum at the same time.
I'm a gum chewer normally,
she shouted.
Then I heard about these tickets. When I heard about these ticket things of Mr. Wonka's, I gave up gum and I started chocolate bars and the hope of striking lucky. Now, of course, I'm back on gum. I just adore gum. I can't do without it. I munch it all day long, except for a few minutes at meal times when I take it out and stick it behind my ear for safekeeping. To tell you the truth, I simply wouldn't feel comfortable if I didn't have that little wedge of gum to chew on every minute of the day. I really wouldn't. My mother says it's undignified and it looks ugly to see my jaws going up and down all the time. But I don't agree. Who's she to criticise? Anyway, because if you ask me, I would say that her jaws are going up and down almost as much as mine, just from yelling at me every minute of the day.
Nah, Violet,
Mrs. Beauregard said from a far corner of the room where she was standing on the piano to avoid being trampled by the mob.
All right, Mother, keep your hair on.
Miss Beauregard shouted.
And now?
She went on, turning to the reporters again.
It may interest you to know that this piece of gum I'm chewing right at this moment, the one that I've been working on for over 3 months solid. That's a record, that is. It's my most treasured possession now. This piece of gum is, at night time, I just stick on the edge of the bedpost, and it's good as ever in the mornings. A bit hard at first maybe, but it soon softens up again after I've given it a few good chews. Before I started chewing for the world record, I used to change my gum once a day. I used to do it in our lift on the way home from school. Why the lift? Because I like sticking the gooey piece that I just finished onto one of the control buttons. Then the next person who came along and pressed the button got my old gum on the end of their finger. Ha ha, what a racket that kicked up some of them. You get the best results with women who have expensive gloves on. Oh yes, I'm thrilled to go to Mr. Wonka's factory, and I understand that afterwards he's going to give me enough gum to last me for the rest of my whole life. Whoopee, hooray!
Beastly girl.
said Grandma Josephine.
Despicable.
Said Grandma Georgina.
She'll come to a sticky end one day, chewing all that gum. You see if she doesn't.
And who got the 4th golden ticket?
Charlie asked. Now, let me see, said Mr. Bucket, peering at the newspaper again. Ah, yes, here we are. The 4th golden ticket, he read, was found by a boy called Mike TV.
Another bad lot. I'll be bound,
muttered Grandma Josephine.
Don't interrupt, Grandma.
Said Mrs. Bucket. The TV household, said Mr. Bucket, going on with his reading, was crammed like all the others, with excited visitors when our reporter arrived. But young Mike TV, the lucky winner, seemed extremely annoyed by the whole business.
Can't you see I'm watching television?
He said angrily.
I wish you wouldn't interrupt.
The 9-year-old boy was seated before an enormous television set, with his eyes glued to the screen, and he was watching a film in which one bunch of gangsters was shooting up another bunch of gangsters.
Quiet!
He shouted when someone tried to ask him a question.
Didn't I tell you not to interrupt? This show's an absolute whiz-banger. It's terrific. I watch it every day. I watch all of them every day, even the rotten ones. Where there is no shooting. No. I like the gangsters the best. They're terrific, those gangsters. Especially when they start firing off their guns. Pew pew! Or giving each other the 1, 2, 3 with their knuckle dusters. Gosh, what wouldn't I give to be doing that myself? It's for life, I tell you. It's terrific.
That's quite enough,
snapped Grandma Josephine.
I can't bear to listen to it. Nor me,
said Grandma Georgina.
Do all children behave like this nowadays, like these brats we've been hearing about?
Of course not, said Mr. Bucket, smiling at the old lady in the bed. Some do, of course. In fact, quite a lot of them do, but not all. And now there's only 1 ticket left, said Grandpa George.
Quite so,
sniffed Grandma Georgina.
And just as sure as I'll be having cabbage soup for supper tomorrow, that ticket'll go to some nasty little beast who doesn't deserve it.
So in tasting, what we do is, that's the warmest part right here. Cover all 9,000 taste buds. Aerate it. Warm it up. That top note. That's a 10.
Ooey gooey chewy, gotta take a little trip down the Willy Wonka River, gonna take a little sip. Take you out for dinner, then you'll end up feeling sick. Don't you worry, got the fit or about to tip. Yeah, like a hot tamale, got that spicy aftertaste. Unfortunately, fortune cookies that I had to waste. Little treats, M&M's, little feast, me and them. Hit the streets with the friends, in the kitchen we descend. Yeah, that's it. Cook it up, cook it up, cook it up. Yeah, you taste so